Okay, hi boys and girls. Okay, so what we're doing is section 3.3 Go Math. We're working on building numbers in different ways. Yesterday we talked about building numbers with ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Mirror. 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 Ones. Ones. Tens. Tens. Hundreds. Hundreds. Thousands. Thousands. Very good. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. It says draw a quick picture to solve and write how many hundreds, tens, and ones. Let's read what the problem tells us to do. It says Mrs. Walters wants to buy exactly 275 oranges for a community project. She wants to buy exactly how much? She wants to buy exactly how much? Good job. Please make sure you're listening. Thank you, Leah. 275 oranges for a community project. We can buy oranges in boxes of 100, bags of 10, and as single oranges. What are two different ways she can buy the oranges? So she has to buy 275 oranges. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that number down. 275. Jasmine, come sit over here on the floor, honey. Bring your book. So they have to buy 200. I'm sorry, the blue doesn't show for all my onliners. The black shows better. Okay, so 275. So it says she can buy boxes of 100. So the boxes are 100 and the bags are 10. So how many hundreds are there? Two. Very good. Thank you. So let's draw 1, 10. You need to write what I'm writing, okay? So we have ones, tens, and hundreds, okay? So how many hundreds do we have? We have 2 hundreds. How many tens do we have? 7. We have 7 tens. And how many?
Can I please add a pass Summerlin calling?
Okay, and how many ones do we have? 5 ones. Very good. So if the 275, if the boxes are 100, then how many boxes are we going to draw? 2 boxes. If the bags are 10s, then how many bags are we going to draw?
7.
Very good. 7 bags. So go ahead and draw 7 bags. 7 bags look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe you can draw like something on top of that to make it look like a bag. Okay. And how many little oranges, just small oranges, will they have to buy? 5. So these are my small oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's my number? 275. Now here, they want you to draw it, make that in another way. This is one of those problems where you're going to either get to break 100 or you can break a 10. If we decide to break 100, then we can cross out this 100 and instead 100 is the same as 10 10. So we can cross out this 100 and draw 10 more 10s here. Or we can break a 10 and make it 10 ones. We can cross out one of these 10s and draw 10 ones instead. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and break the 100 because it's easier to see the big 10s. But initially you can do whatever you'd like. So again, if we break 100, so that looks like this. If I break this apart and I go pow, what comes out of it? 10 of these, 10 10s. So if I break this 100, then I will get 10 of these. These are 10 sticks, so I get 10 10s. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to do that on the paper or on my board. I'm going to gonna break 100. Whoosh, break. Now I still have my 100, but now I broke this 100. I broke it. So now instead of it, I'm going to draw 10 bags, 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, what about these, Miss Yusuf? These 7 tens, are these going to float off to outer space? No, that's ridiculous. You still have to bring those back down. So let's bring those 7 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What about the 5 ones? Just write the 5 ones. Those are little dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What if you break the 7? How many do you have to
You
break?
can break one. No, only one. You can break one of these 10s instead. Draw 10 more ones. Okay, so now with my new picture, I have new information. How many hundreds do I have now? How many hundreds do I have now?
One.
1. How many 10s do I have now? 1,
17.
17.
I know it's 10 plus 7.
How many 1s do I have now? 5. I still have 5 1s.
Wait, how many do I add if I break 1 and 10? I think how many will I add to the 1?
10 1s.
I think that's 1,000.
Yeah, if you put that together, it'll look like 1,175. All right, make sure you have this written down. I'll give you a few more seconds, and then we're going to move on.
Do I break the 7 down too? No, wait, because I'm breaking the 7.
Okay, does everybody have this written down? Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes.
Okay. Is this right, Miss Houston? Is this how I'm supposed to do it?
Okay, let's look at the next page. It says here are 2 different ways that show the same number. We have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. These are the same number, but they're 2 different ways to show it. So let's look at the basic way. The basic way, how many thousands do we have?
1.
We have 1,000, so we're going to write 1 where it says 1,000. Do we have any hundreds?
No.
0 hundreds. Do we have any tens?
Yes.
Yes, we have 3 tens. Do we have any ones? Yes, we have how many? 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm sorry, 8. You're right. My bad. We have 8 ones. You are right. Correct. All right, well, let's look here. Do we have any thousands here? No, we have 0,000. How many hundreds do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 hundreds, so we can write 10 here. Well, how many tens do we have?
3.
1, 2, 3 tens. And how many ones do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8. So what's my number? 1, 0, 3, 8. And if I look at it this way, it's the same. 1, 0, 3, 8. How do we read that? 1,038. Class?
Yes.
Class?
Yes.
No, I didn't say class. I said class.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Read this number for me. 1,038. Very good. I want you to get used to saying thousand. Okay. Moving on. It says use blocks to show the same number a different way. And then it says draw a picture. So we are going to show blocks using blocks showing this number. So let's do that together. So we have how many thousands here?
1.
1. Very good. Make sure you're writing this down, okay? How many hundreds?
0.
0. How many tens?
4.
Here.
0.
0. These are a whole bunch of ones. Now how many ones?
10.
This is 5, 10, 15, 20.
25.
Or hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there's 5 in each row. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So there's 25 ones.
It's like this. It's like the
Now what we're going to do is we're going to show this number in a different way. What do you mean, Miss Yusuf? That means we're going to try to clean up these blocks, and we're going to redraw the picture here, and then here we're going to write in the information for our new picture. So here we're writing the information for the picture they drew. Here we're drawing the information for the picture we are going to draw. Okay, what do we know what we're going to draw? We don't know yet. We have to look at the picture. So what's one way? Who can raise their hand and tell me what is one way we can clean this up? What's one way we can clean this up? Dominic? Very good. By picking up all these ones and switching them in for 10s. We know 10 ones is the same as 1 10, right? We know 10, they have 25 of these. They have 25 of these ones. They have 25 of these. Can't I take 10 of those and make it 110? Right? Can't I take 10 of these and make it to 110? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take 10 of these. This is 5, 10. And I'm going to make that into 110. Do I have enough to make another 10?
Yes.
Yes. There's another 5, 10. That's another 10. I can switch that out for another 10 stick. Now I have 5 more. Can I switch that out for a 10 stick? No, I need 10 ones to switch out for a 10 stick. So now my new picture is still going to be 1,000. I didn't touch that. That's the same. And now I have 2 10s. And how many ones? How many ones, class?
0.
5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 1,000. I have 0 hundreds. I have 2 10s. And I have 5 ones. So my number is still the same. 1, 0. 1, 0, 0, 2, 5, or 1, 0, 2, 5. So my number is 1,025.
Yeah, it's still the same. Either way.
All right, let's look at number 2. We have, remember, the first picture, the picture they drew, is what we're writing here. This is their picture. This is where we're filling in that information. This is our picture. This is where we're filling in that information. Okay? All right, so let's look at their picture first, because that's the easy part. All we have to do is write it down. How many thousands are in their picture?
1.
1. How many hundreds are in their picture? 1. How many tens are in their picture? 4. How many ones are in their picture? 6. That's easy, right? Do you agree? Okay, good. Now what we have to do is we have to break this apart. We can't break apart the one. We can't put the ones together like we did before to make a 10 because we don't have enough. These are only 6 ones. We need 10 ones to make 1 10. This is not enough. Can we put the 10s together to make 100? No, because these are only 1, 2, 3, 4 10s, and we need 10 10s to make 100. So that's not going to work. Can we break apart the 100? Yes. Yes, we can. So let's do that. So when we break apart the 100, if I have this 100 and I want to break it, pow, what comes out of it? 10 of these, 10 of these. If I break this, I get 10 of these. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to break this, and now I'm going to draw 10 of these for it instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I'm going to rewrite my new picture. I still have 1,000. I didn't touch that. Instead of 100, I have 10 tens. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember, these 4 tens don't fall off in outer space. You still have to write them. So then I add 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see? And then I have 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now here is my new picture. I have to fill in that information here. How many thousands do I have? 1. Very good. How many hundreds do I have? 0. How many tens do I have? Well, these are 10 and these are 4. 10 plus 4 is 14. Very good. And how many ones do I have? So my number is 1,146. Class?
Yes.
Class?
Yes.
Read this number to me. 146. Excellent job. All right, boys and girls, I gave you a few minutes to look at number 3. I know I didn't give you enough time to do it, but let's go ahead and read it together. It says, use blocks to show the same number in 2 other ways. Draw quick pictures. Okay, so here we have how many hundreds? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hundreds. 3 tens and 2 ones. So what we're going to do here on the first line is we are going to write what we see here. So this information is going to be filled in here. So we said we have 0 thousands in this picture. We have 10 hundreds. We have 3 tens. And we have 2 ones. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so far so good. Okay, now let's look here. Here we're going to make a new drawing here. So if I have 10 hundreds, 10 hundreds is the same as 1,000. 10 of these is the same as 1,000. 10 of hundreds is the same as 1,000. So instead of drawing 10 hundreds, can't I cross those out and just draw 1,000? So that's my new picture. And then I just draw the 3 tens and the 2 ones. Now the information here is going to have to go here. The information here went here. You don't have to draw the arrows, I'm just showing you. Okay? Alright, so here, let's draw that information here. How many thousands do we see in this picture? No, how many? We see 1 1,000. How many hundreds?
0.
That's not a 100, that's a 10. How many hundreds?
0.
0 hundreds. How many tens?
3.
3. And how many ones?
2.
2. Very good. Now I have to find a third way to show this picture. Third way, that's different from this way. So we already put those into 1,000. Let's not do that again. Let's just go ahead and keep, or we can, let's keep the 1,000. Okay, we can put these 10, we can keep these 10 hundreds to 1,000. But now we have to do something different. We can't just bring those down. Can we make these, can these 2 make a 10?
Yes.
No, these are only 2, they're not enough. Can I break a 10?
Yes.
Yes, that's my only option right now. My only option is to break a 10 and make 10 tens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With addition to the other 10. So my new picture is going to have 1,000. It's going to have 2 tens. It's going to have 10 ones plus the 2 ones. So it's going to have 12 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, done. This is easy. I did 4 rows of 4.
Okay, so how many thousands do we have in our third picture?
1.
We have 1 1,000. How many tens do we have? I'm sorry, how many hundreds do we have?
0.
0 hundreds. How many tens do we have?
2.
Now we have 2 tens instead of 3. And how many ones do we have? 12.
That was pretty fun. Now it's time for the top.
Okay, so my number is 1,032.
That's so cool, literally. You can see the mouse like landing on there. That's epic. Everything.
Okay.
I know everything.
All right, we're going to go ahead and watch Professor Burger.
If it's yummy,
If you guys want a better, clear video of this, you can log into the Go Math website. If you're not sure how to do that, I will help you do that later, okay?
Oh, I'm trying to catch the bee. Yeah, I'm really interested in this cupcake I brought you today.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, I've got a math riddle for us.
You do?
Yeah, maybe we could actually work on the math riddle together and then see if we can catch the bee.
Oh, that's a great
And
idea.
I'm going to save this cupcake that you gave me for later.
It's really delicious.
It looks delicious. I'm going to put it right over here. Okay, so you ready for our challenge?
I am.
Okay, here we go. So, I have 10 hundreds blocks,
Wow.
12 tens blocks,
Ooh.
and 11 ones blocks.
Ooh.
Now, I'm going to use all my blocks to make a number, and the challenge for us is to figure out what is my number. Okay, so let's try it together. So we can actually use base 10 blocks to model this. So first of all, I have 10 hundreds blocks. So the hundreds blocks are those flat ones. And so if I have 10 of them, then what that looks like is something like this. You can see each one of these represents 100, and I've got 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if we have 10 hundreds, that means we actually have 1,000.
Wow.
1,000 means 10 hundredths.
Wow, that's a lot.
Exactly. And the way we model that with base 10 blocks is we use 1,000 blocks. So check this out. Look how pretty that looks. It's 1,000 blocks. Like a huge, huge cube kind of looking thing. That's 1,000 blocks.
I like it.
Okay. Now, we also have 12 tens blocks. Now, of course, the tens, we know are those longs. And so if we have 12 of them, I just bring on 12.
There they are.
And there we have 12. But of course, we know that every time we have 10 tens, that's 100.
That's right.
So let's see, if we have 12 of them, that means the first 10 give me 100, and then I have 2 tens left over. So I could write it this way and see that 12 tens is really 100 with 2 tens.
That's much easier to see.
Yeah, it's more organized. I
Yeah.
totally agree with you, Joey. And then finally, we're told that we have 11 one blocks. So 11 one blocks. So here are 11 one blocks. 5, 10, and 1's 11. Well, we know that every time we have 10 ones, that's the same thing as one long. It's 110.
Right.
So I could rewrite this as 110, and then I have 1 1.
Which is also easier to see.
Exactly. And now if we put it all together, Joey, what do we have? Well, we've got 1,000, so there's the 1,000. We have 12 tens, which we see now is 100, and then we have 2 tens.
Right.
And then I see the 11 ones we wrote as 110, 1 1. And if I put it all together,
What do you
check it
get?
out.
What do you get?
Let's see, we put them all next to each other, and we can now write it out for ourselves. And we see we have 1,100, 3 tens, 1 1, which is a very, very, very serious way of saying the number 1,131. And remember how we write it? We go in 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, and put a comma right there.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
really
I love
easy to see
those.
the thousand. So 1,131 is, in fact, the number we're thinking about based just on these blocks. Isn't that great?
That was awesome.
There you have it.
Hey, Professor, look.
What?
The bee. It's right near the
Wait,
cupcake.
I got something. Hold on. Wait. There it goes. Wait. I caught the cupcake.
You sure did.
to give you business later, okay?
Okay.
Have fun with math. We'll see you soon.
Yo, he changed the cupcake instead of the bee.
All right.
Oh.
So let's
I meant to
look
ask you something.
at number. Renee, you can ask me in a little bit, okay? Let's just finish this lesson. We're almost done. We have 2 more questions you can ask me. I promise. Okay. All right. Let's look at number 4. I have 10 hundredths blocks. Let's go ahead and underline and circle what's the most important. We have 10 hundredths blocks. He has 10 tens blocks and 10 ones blocks. I use all my blocks to make the number that's underlined the question twice. What is my number? He has 10 hundredths. We know that these are hundreds, and we know that if we have 10 of these, it's the same as what? 10 hundredths is the same as 1,000. So that means this 10 hundred is the same as 1,000. So he actually has 1,000. He has 10 tens, and we know that 10 of these makes what? 10 of these makes 100, right? 10 of these makes 100. So he has 10 tens, that's the same as 100. And then he has 10 ones, and we know that these are ones. And we know that if we have 10 of these little ones, then it's the same as 110. So he has 110. And he doesn't say anything about ones. And he has 10 ones. That makes another 10. And then that's it. And then so 0, 1. So what's my number? 1,110. Excellent job. Okay, let's look at the very last one before I let you go. I have 900 blocks, 3 tens blocks, and 4 ones blocks. I get 5 more tens blocks and 2 more hundreds blocks. I use all my blocks to make the number. What is my number? Oh my gosh, that's so much information. I'm not even going to try to process that until after I draw my ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands chart. Go ahead and draw it now. And then I'm going to reread the question and plug in numbers then. I have 9 hundredths blocks. That means in the hundreds place I put a 9. I have 3 tens blocks. That means in the tens place I put a 3. And I have 4 ones blocks. So in the ones place you put a 4. Okay, now they're going to start changing things up. Let's see. I get 5 more tens. That means you get 5 more tens. And remember, more means what? Plus or minus? Add. Very good. It means plus. So he gets 5 more tens. That means in the tens, I'm going to do plus 5. What's 3 plus 5? 3 plus 5 is 8. Very good. 3 plus 5 is 8. So our new number in the tens should be 8. And 2 more hundreds blocks. So he gets 2 more hundreds. So now I have to add 2 to the hundreds place. I already have 9. Now I'm going to add 2. What's 9 plus 2? What's 9 plus 2? 11. And I'm going to do 11 in the hundreds spot. I use all my blocks to make a number. What is my number? My number is 1,184. 1,184. Do you agree? Okay, very good.
Do we have to write all that nonsense?
Yes, it's not nonsense, Brian. Okay. When you're done, you're going to go ahead and work on the other problems by yourself in the yellow page if you have time by yourself. If you don't have time, page will be homework. Okay, guys, have fun learning math. If you have any questions, let me know.